and welcome to Solve for X, a podcast aimed at making algebra accessible to all. My name is Mr. Groff, and I'll be your host. Today we will be talking about solving equations with variables and constants on both sides of the equal sign. For example, we'll be looking at problems like 4 minus 3x equals 2x plus 5.
Hey guys, we're going to look at equations with variables on both sides. You may be asking, both sides of what? Well, we've looked at one-step equations like x plus 3 equals 8, two-step equations like 2x minus 5 equals negative 11, and multi-step equations like negative 4 times x plus 2 plus 3x equals negative 3. All of these have variables only on one side of the equal sign. We're going to look at problems with variables on both sides. To help you, we're going to use the mnemonic device, Don't Call Me After Midnight. Step 1, distribute. Step 2, combine like terms. Step 3, move variables and constants to opposite sides. Step 4, add and subtract the constants. And step 5, multiply and divide by the coefficient.
So let's take a look at an example problem. 2 times the quantity x plus 3 plus 4x equals 36. Step 1, distribute the 2 to the x and the 2 to the 3. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down the plus 4x, bring down the equals 36. Then you combine like terms, 2x and 4x. You get 6x plus 6 equals 36. Next, add or subtract your constants. Subtract 6. Subtract 6, you get 6x equals 30, and then you divide by your coefficient. Divide by 6, cancels out, you get x equals 5. There you go. Solving equations with variables on both sides is like sorting similar objects into groups. Just like we separate our pants and shirts into separate drawers, or spoons and forks into different bins, we separate variables and constants onto different sides of the equal sign. Imagining an equation as a balance helps us to remember the properties of equality. To keep an equation in balance, we must always perform the exact same operation on both sides of the equal sign. If we subtract 4 from the left, then we must subtract 4 from the right to keep the two sides equal. If we add 3x to the right, then we must add 3x to the left. Performing the exact same operation on both sides keeps the equation balanced. If we were to only perform the equation on one side, then it would become imbalanced and it would no longer be equal. Always keep the image of a balance in your mind when solving equations.
5 steps to find x. Step 1, do you have to distribute? Step 2, do you have to move variables? Step 3, combine like terms. Step 4, add or subtract the constants. Step 5, multiply or divide the coefficient. The end.
Created using Powtoon.
When solving equations with variables and constants on both sides, it's important to keep the properties of equality in mind. These properties state that whatever operation is performed on one side of an equation must be performed on the other side to keep the two sides equal. Think about a balance when solving these types of equations. As long as both sides are balanced and equal, then you will eventually find a solution.